It was John Wangler who teamed up with Anthony Carter, which resulted in what many consider the most scintillating call in Big Ten history. John Wangler later said of the play,
I think his play-by-play description may have been more impressive than the play, actually. I mean, when I heard that the next day, or actually that evening, I heard it, it was just, it was fantastic. It was, you send chills up and down your spine. I mean, just the emotion and enthusiasm, and just, there's no one who could string together, phrases and syllables and expressions like Bob, and he had it all going during that play.
And what about Anthony Carter, who was on the other end of the play? He remembers,
well, I think he was just as shocked and stunned as everyone else. I think basically because the score was tied 21-21, not because they ended up scoring the touchdown with 6 seconds to go. Unfortunately, the play did happen, and then he just went wild and went crazy, just right along with everyone else. So all I remember is my teammates jumping on me, surrounding me, and the next thing I know, Butch Woolfolk was trying to throw everybody off me because I was down under the bottom and I couldn't breathe. And thank God for Butch Woolfolk, because I probably wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him. But, hearing that tape still gives me goosebumps and cheers all over. It has to be the most exciting one throughout my career, whether it's Little League, high school, junior high, in the professional ranks. It definitely ranks number one.
Even Bob Ufer said it was one of the 2 or 3 greatest plays he ever called.
Well, the greatest one was the Anthony Carter against Indiana. 6 seconds left in the clock. He caught the ball with probably no time left and went 23 yards through 3 Indiana players to score that touchdown. It's unheard of, phenomenal. That play came from football called Al Fuligan Showstep that time. Now, that was a great one.
And the Wolverines were facing the almost impossible task of going 78 yards in just 51 seconds if they wanted to keep their conference record clean. They got to the Indiana 45 with just 6 seconds left, too far for a field goal to win it, so it was all or nothing for Michigan, and Indiana beginning to bask in the sunshine of an upset, a tie at Michigan Stadium with the Wolverines. But what happened next will go down in history as one of the most incredible finishes in the 100 years of Wolverine football. And who else but mild-mannered Bob Ufer, the granddad of Meechigan broadcasters, could capture that moment with the kind of call it deserved.
And that set the stage for the Indiana Classic of 1979, which produced the greatest single play in the 100-year history of Michigan football.
5 seconds remaining in the ball game. That's it, 5 seconds. Those big 21s loom awful big right now. 21-21. Okay. Under center is Wangler at the 45. He goes back. He's looking for a receiver. He throws downfield to Carter. Carter has it. Carter's got it. Oh, my God. Carter scores. Look at those Wolverines. 95 Wolverines going to the end zone. Carter got the pass. Indiana is done. Ufer is going out of his mind. I have never seen anything like this in all my 40 years of covering Michigan football. Anthony Carter, the human torpedo, got the pass. Bo Schembechler is looking up at Fielding H. Yost in football's Valhalla, and Bo Schembechler says, "Thank you, Fielding Yost. Thank you, Fielding Yost, for that one." Look at the crowd. You cannot believe it. Michigan throws a 45-yard touchdown pass. Johnny Wangler to Anthony Carter will be heard until another 100 years of Michigan football is played. Oh, my goodness gracious sake. Look at that. They're trying to tear the goalpost down. I'll tell you, right here it all happened. You're listening to it. I hope you can hear me, because I've never been so happy in all my cotton-picking 59 years. All I've seen, I have broadcast 347 ball games. I've never had one like this. Look at the Wolverines. They're all escorting Carter. Carter, King Carter, King Carter. Look at the fans. Look at the students. Look at the Michigan coaches and players. They're all looking up and thanking somebody up there, because that was a 45-yard gift from football's Valhalla. Michigan had the ball on the Indiana 50-yard line. 6 seconds remaining. Indiana jumped offside. They put the ball on the 45-yard line. Then Ragnar went back to his own 45-yard line. Carter was split wide to the right on the wide side of the field. Carter went streaking down there like a penguin with a hot herring in his cummerbund, only he didn't have the herring until he took the post pattern, went in and caught it at the 15. A man hit him at the 10-yard line, but Carter had visions of sugar plums, and he had visions of roses because Carter's never been to Pasadena. He caught the ball, dove into the end zone. Michigan wins 27-21. They aren't even going to try the extra point. Who cares? Who gives a damn? I've never been so happy in all my cotton picking days. Let's pause for the men who have brought you this tremendous homecoming game of 1979 over this very rich with tradition, 100 years of Meechigan football over the Michigan Football Network.
Did you really look up into football's Valhalla and thank Fielding Yost twice?
What is a Valhalla?
That is the great beyond. That is where all great coaches go and put X's and O's on blackboards.
There's only one man that could adequately describe that play, and that's Bob Ufer.
Wasn't that beautiful?
Yeah, that was something.